You're close to Hardpoint Alpha. Check your map. Hardpoint Alpha is secure. Now we need Bravo and Charlie.
So March has been a month for games based around mechs, I guess.
Yes.
Metal Gears and Titanfalls.
Well, yes, Titanfall. Although anytime I think of Titanfall, I always think of one theme tune.
A Titanfall.
Titanfall. Yeah. Mech Crazy. Titanfall, I've been playing it on Xbox One.
Yeah, I've been playing it on the PC myself, so no chance to actually communicate while playing.
Yeah, see, the thing for me is with Titanfall is that I don't know whether it'd be easier on PC or whether it'd be easier on Xbox 360 because of the parkour.
Right, I'm gonna say something right now that may actually make me lose a lot of points. I'm actually playing it on the PC with a control pad.
I will not get my answer.
No, see, this is the thing, right? I tried playing it with the keyboard and mouse, and it is balls hard. Because, like as you say,
so it is then.
See doing the parkour and stuff like that. See, the main thing is when you try and do the wall knife.
Yep.
Like doing that in the keyboard is impossible, and it makes you feel like you're like getting bonitis or something. You're like that constantly. Right. So I had to switch to the control pad, and surprisingly, that makes me better. Like I've become like MVP in all matches just by playing with this.
See,
control pad.
That was my main thoughts, was that because it'd be different if it was just a first person shooter, then you'd say mouse and keyboard win all the time.
Yep, exactly.
But with that added element of putting back the vertical in it and hanging on walls and parkour, I thought there's no way PC gamers are going to be able to pull off that acrobatics.
Yeah. See, the thing for me about Titanfall is it's first and foremost like a parkour game, then a shooter. Killing people in this is easy. Like you just have to like spray in the general direction and someone will die. There's no real amount of skill involved. Heck, there's a lock-on pistol that just finds people and kills them. What the skill is in this game is taking advantage of your surroundings, your scenery and stuff like that, getting to the highest points and knowing when to call on your Titan, how to use it. See, the great thing for me about Titans is that they kind of act like an ally, if you know what I mean. Like you've got like a secondary partner when you switch into that, like the guard mode or the follow mode. Because I've found that I've done what I'm doing a lot more recently is getting the DMR, like sniper rifle, and like finding myself a nice little nook and cranny to hide in, go into cloak, and have the Titan be my spotter, who walks around and just basically starts like finding when everyone is, because you get like alerts saying Titan is engaging an enemy pilot or an enemy Titan. So you can just turn around, see where it is, and take him out.
See, I never actually thought that, because I hate the sniper rifle. I think the maps I don't know well enough yet to be able to pull off the sniper
There's not
rifle.
a lot of like vantage points, if you know what I mean, because like the maps are divided so that you can jump from building to building. So there's not a lot of like space, open space for you to shoot through, but you kind of get the idea of points where like all the action is happening. Because everyone kind of tends to pull,
like kind of choke points.
Yeah, everyone seems to get to this one kind of like area and start battling. It's a lot like Quake 3 Arena in that sense, like where the people are getting killed, more people are coming in to like kill the person they killed. So you can just sit there camping like your cloak on and then just shoot away. So you've got your Titan fighting that Titan and you firing missiles at it, and you can just, it's really good. It's like you're almost like building a miniature squad. And it's quite fun in that respect.
I've noticed as the longer the game's been out, more and more people are leaving their Titans and all.
Yes.
And there's less people actually in their Titans fighting, which again kind of adds to the fact that we're talking about the balance of the game and the balance of the team numbers, where 6 is a perfect number, because you get 6 people in each team, so that's 12 people already, and each of those people have got all their Titans out. That's another 12 Titans, so you get 24 people or 24 characters in the map, not as well as the grunts and the spectres for each team, who are AI enemies that you can kill. So it is quite big battles, regardless of what people think or say. I think Unreal Tournament players would be better at this than your current generation of Call of Duty players.
100%, because it's got that kind of mentality where like Unreal Tournament, it was if you had the higher ground, you were the winner. This is definitely like probably one of the best arena shooters since Unreal Tournament.
I would say definitely for me, I went off first person shooters for a long time. Fed up a Call of Duty and Battlefield, was never really into them to begin with. I was always Unreal Tournament and Quake, and the minute I played this, I thought, nah, this is going to be me getting back into it now. To the point of where I've been thinking about trying Call of Duty and Battlefield just to see, but I'd like but it will be that point where I go, I can't jump up this wall.
you can't double jump is the main
Aye.
thing. Because I went back to trying Battlefield a couple of days ago, and I was like, I want to jump twice. I keep trying to do it. It's just, but you know, it's not possible, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, this is the game for people who loved Quake 3 Arena, people who loved like Unreal Tournament.
Yes.
It's just getting that kind of sense of fun back into it.
Tactics all pilot. We're crashing the terrorists. They're barely putting up a fight. Whatever you're doing is working. Keep it up.
Do you find yourself just playing Hardpoint all the time? Like
Hardpoint is by far the most enjoyable one for me.
Yeah.
Especially when I played through the campaign, the very last level, Made Men, I think it's called.
The one inside the building of the
industrial
Spectres.
Yep, there's so many grunts and so many Spectres that it's just it seems like it's a much bigger battle than it actually is just 6v6.
Definitely. I say it's the thing because people were complaining about like 6v6. It's like that's how I remember playing games online. You never really went further than that because the level design was so well like crafted that you would see each other no matter what.
Yep.
You only want about 6 to 12.
In terms of square footage, I think the maps are pretty perfect. There is one map, and I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it, but it's like this kind of small village in the centre, and then the big towers in the outskirts.
I hate that.
It's a horrible map purely because it feels too big, and there's too much running from the outskirts into the centre where all the fights
especially
happen.
when you start from like the dropship and stuff. You come in and you have to run for miles to get to the first like if you're playing Hardpoint, the first objective's like meters and meters in. You're like, what
200
the hell?
metres away, and compare that to some of the tighter maps
Like Angel City and stuff. Where
Angel
it's like-
City. I mean, to me, they're perfect. They've got plenty of different kind of vantage points and different heights within the maps.
Yeah, see that's the thing because I want to get to know like a map properly. I see if I could just play something over and over and over again. That's why I really enjoyed playing the beta more. I think because
There was only
there were
two
two
maps.
maps and I knew them inside out.
Yep.
And I felt like I was getting better and better each time I played. But sometimes I'm just dropped into maps and I'm like, I don't think I've played this one more than like 4 times.
Because people were saying to me, "Oh, there's not enough maps," and I'm like, "Really? There's like 15 maps."
There is, isn't there? Yeah.
I was like, "There's 9 in the campaign, and then there's another like 6." And those 6 maps that aren't in the campaign are the ones I know the least because I played through both sides of the campaign twice, and then I went back through. And this is the only way to actually replay a level is to go into the campaign once you finished it, pick a specific level, and replay it that way. But you'd have to come back out and every time.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can choose which map you start on effectively.
Yeah.
Then it just plays through the rest of the campaign. But so that's the only way to kind of pull that stuff off.
Titan ready in 15 seconds.
Losing, man. We gotta turn this fight around. I need it right now. 2 in a row.
So what's your overall feelings then? Do you think it's been successful for this kind of...
I'd say it's probably one of the best new IPs I've played in a while.
Yep.
Like definitely in that kind of front. Something about it makes me feel like I had more fun playing it in the beta. Like I'm not as like enthused as I was at first, but still, I think it's a fantastic game, and it can only get better from here.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely look forward to seeing Titanfall 2 and what they've learned from it and where they're going to take it.
Because I know exactly what you mean in terms of playing the absolute crap out of it during the beta stage. Because it's so easy to pick up and play, and because the matches are so quick, I'm also finding it that I'm using it to fill in gaps rather than being my main sit down and play for the day type thing. But no, definitely absolutely worth every penny, and it's definitely the game that's been needed for Xbox One.
Yep.